Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going? Welcome to a dev stream recap for Game Update 5.10. Got all kinds of cool stuff to look at. So the live stream just wrapped up, and we're not looking at my Twitter. I mean, we could, but let me switch screens here. There we go. That's better. So basically, we're just going to be doing a full recap of the dev stream. If you missed it, we're actually going to be watching some pieces and parts and just sort of discussing it and giving you my my thoughts and theories about what is to come. As we get into this, I think Jalen's in chat. If you guys want to give me a sound check, that will be pretty cool as well. So I know some of you have already seen it. Love to hear what your thoughts on it are. How's it going, Ron Allen? Also, Jalen, Raji, SWTOR John. Leibs, did you see it or did you just get up? Sounds perfect, you said. How's it going, Desktop Mage? Sound is good. Well, I actually meant once I start playing clips, if it's too loud or too soft or whatever, let me know. It's 1 p.m. I always thought about this time was like 7 a.m. for you. I don't know. Don't know why I was thinking that. Well, we'll get this rolling here. Actually, I should show you here real quick if I actually get rid of the video. This new background here is from the from 5.10, so it's really nice. I actually posted this on Twitter for anybody who wants it. Also on Discord, but yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. Stop thinking that you live east of Jesse. Time zones, man, it's a crazy thing, right? Can't wait for the new patch. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna kind of roll through this, like I said, and we'll stop it, and we're gonna try and we're gonna listen to Musco a little bit, like I said, during this. A lot of this information,
another loyal devotee,
is stuff that we already knew from the last roadmap. So like right here as an example, they're going over a little bit of a recap. Again, we already had 5.9.2, 5.9.3 just launched, so that's nothing new. Hey Rick, how's it going? So the first big thing that you guys need to be aware of, let me actually back up here for a second. Let me stop right here. Actually, I can roll it a little bit. But there is a new Cantina code, and there it is right there on screen. So SW Cantina 2018. If you go into your SWTOR account, you log in, you do redeem code. With that code, you will then get... Whoa, hello, Mike. You will then get that new character flare. So make sure you grab that at some point. Also, you know, we talk about Keith all the time. Keith so rarely gets on camera, but you can see him right there if you've never seen what Keith looks like. Who's Mike? He's a terrible person. All right, so anywho, we'll jump ahead here. Let's see here. Again, this is all stuff we already knew. I'm trying to basically jump into the stuff that you guys do not know about. Here they're talking about the changes for Jedi Under Siege. We'll get more of that information later, so we're going to skip that screen. And here they're talking about testing. Everything is going to be on the PTS except for the new story, which is pretty cool. What did you miss? Technically nothing yet. We just kind of started. So I'm just giving a brief recap of the stuff that we kind of already knew about before we get into like the brand new stuff, which is actually going to start right about here. So again, we know from the patch notes that they are going to be adding a T5 armor set into the game. Now, initially they said that T5 armor set was going to be crafted only. They have since changed their minds. And so I'm actually going to let Musco and Charles Boyd explain what they've done. Let me back up here just for a second. All right, so here we go. Again, sound check on this.
There aren't all rarities. There isn't prototype, artifact. Like, there isn't the full range of rarities. So let's just dive in and show you what it is and where you get it, because there's a lot of different sources of. There's a lot of different ways you can get this this stuff,
which is really nice.
Let me
instead of just the one.
Our faces for a moment, so that we're not
maximum visibility, maximum information.
Yep.
Yes. So what is it?
Yep.
It's Masterwork armor is what we're calling it.
Yep.
But it's effectively tier 5. That's going to include 2 different item levels, 252 artifact and 258 legendary. I can right here. They both have set bonuses.
Yep.
And they have the same general stat kind of breakdown as previous tiers do. So you can set your expectations and plan for that.
Yep. So crafting. So this is
Let's
talk about crafting first, because crafting also ties into the Master Mode op directly, because this is the best source and the fastest source of getting the gear. So it's the best source because you will get a bind on equip version of that gear. So yes, you could actually create a 258 legendary piece and sell it as a crafter. And the way you get those, so first off, you'll just pick up the schematic. You go to your usual crew skill trainer, you pick up the crew skill, now you have the schematic for it. The materials come from a variety of places. So obviously, standard crew skill stuff that you have, there'll be a material that comes specifically from Osis. There'll be a material that comes from PvP, because obviously we want to make sure that PvP players have a stake in this as well. From Conquests, the usual tie into Conquest, and then Gods from the Machine bosses will drop a material specifically. And
okay, so let me go ahead and stop them right there. First of all, Phoenix 1, you're asking, can you do Jedi Under Siege on the PTS? If you're talking about the story, no, you cannot. Everything else, yes. And they're going to do the PTS in phases as well, which is pretty cool. HML88, and hold on, who's the other one? The Gallifin Legacy, thank you guys for the follow. But no, they want to make sure that they keep the actual story itself off of the PTS because they don't want any spoilers. But yeah, what they're going to do is potentially as soon as tomorrow, they're going to have the new revamped Gods from the Machine, including the new Master Mode. And then over the next several weeks, they're going to slowly add in the rest of it, including the new daily area and the guild changes and all that fun stuff. Okay, so let's go back to this here real quick.
That's what you use to craft the bind on equip versions of this gear. By pacing, I believe it's the fastest way to get the gear. So if you're actively killing Gods from the Machine bosses and crafting it, that's the fastest way to get it. But we know there's concerns of, but I'm not a crafter, but I'm not doing Gods from the Machine.
How do I get this armor?
How do I get this stuff?
So I'll go ahead and pause right there. Again, the area that I have highlighted in blue, when they did the roadmap, that is all they were going to do was, if you're not a raider, if you're not a crafter, that's basically the only way you could do it, which is fantastic. So this other area, this second blue area right here, this is what they just added, and it's really, really good. I'm really happy that they added this. So let's listen in.
So Charles, you want to talk about kind of the other ways that everybody can
all
get
sorts
it?
of ways. So obviously you can buy it from crafters if you have the cash.
Sure.
Which our information tells us many of you do.
If you got them mad credits,
mad credits piled up.
Is that what the kids call these days?
That would probably be your fastest route, potentially.
Yep.
You can also purchase the gear from a reputation vendor using Masterwork crystal shards.
Yep. And so the one note on reputation, the one note on reputation, I specifically call out reputation because there's going to be reputation breakpoints to buy the gear.
Correct. Good clarification.
Yep. I wrote a note down so I remember to pick it up. Don't worry.
There's so much to cover here.
There is, yeah.
The new currency, the Masterwork shards, can be earned from a new special weekly mission that we're going to be offering. That's going to cycle week to week. Sometimes it's flashpoints, sometimes it's dailies, different things.
So that right there is fantastic. So you'll be able to get this new gear, the T5 set, by picking up these new missions, and then it's going to rotate on what it is. Like they said, it could be flashpoints, it could be whatever. So again, I think that's fantastic. That's great.
It's going to be available on the Osis weekly missions.
So Osis weekly missions.
Yep. Yes, like we mentioned, Osis is our new daily area coming in Jedi Under Siege.
Yep.
You can also exchange at a somewhat ludicrous and in a limited way unassembled components for Masterwork shards.
Yep. And the intention is you can do it a limited time per character per week.
Correct.
And it gets more expensive each time you do it.
Within that week.
Yep. Within that week. Yep.
Yeah. So it's not like the fastest way to get it, but it does give you one more little extra angle and something to do with your.
Those of you sitting on a Scrooge McDuck vault of unassembled components got your back.
Get a little bit extra.
Yep.
And of course, they'll start dropping in command crates as well at I believe the max level command crates.
Correct. Yep. At 300. Yep.
Yep. And the gear itself will rarely drop from command crates at rank 300.
Yep.
And from our Osis World Boss weekly mission.
Yep, which is a slight spoiler.
Hey, Osis has some world bosses.
There's world bosses.
We'll get to that.
Yep. So I saw a question earlier, which is, does that crafting component only drop from Gods from the Machine bosses? The answer is yes. That is, the intention is that in the pre-Galactic Command era of getting gear, there was obviously mechanisms where people who did the hardest content specifically got just that gear for doing that content. This is kind of that version of that. So yeah, the intention is that you either have to complete the content or you have to be able to buy it from the people that do to be able to craft it. But as you can see, if you play any content in this game, theoretically you have a path to get it. Again, the gameplay versions are not the fastest route. The crafting version is the fastest route because we do want Gods from the Machine to be the fastest way to get the gear. But
yeah,
that's how that works.
That's fine.
And I will see if I can...
as long as they give an avenue to everybody, that's the way to do it.
Will we be able to upgrade the shells? We'll be able to upgrade 428 shells for Masterwork shards. I don't think there's any gear upgrading. I'm assuming you're asking about like the PvP vet, like on the through PvP, are you able to upgrade it? I bet the answer is no, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, sorry, that's not one I remember right off the top of my head, but we can get you that info.
We'll check. Yeah, make sure. Yeah. And by the way, I should mention that's a very good statement to make. Anything that we don't know the answer to, please ask in the forums after the stream, and we can work tomorrow and through next week, and as we get into PTS, getting the details, because, like I said, we're going to cover a lot of information, and so we tried to get as much of it prepared as we could, but we'll certainly miss some stuff. So
cool. Let's keep rolling.
Yeah, let's keep rolling.
Guild improvements.
That's right. So
what is that?
There's so many. So
we'll go ahead and stop them right here. So the guild improvement system. I have said before that this is something that should have been in the game at launch. I'm not sure why they waited 7 years to put it in, but I'm glad that they're finally doing it. You know, a full guild progression system, perk system, and all kinds of other stuff. They actually did announce a delay for the, I think it's called the heraldry system, but it is coming. It's just not going to make 5.10, but again, we'll jump back to these guys here real quick.
Sweet. So first of all, perhaps the biggest stuff for guilds is a new guild progression system. So now your guild itself will level up and earn XP, by completing conquests, your weekly objectives, invading planets, and all that. Now, you might ask, what does leveling up my guild get me? Well, that gets you guild perks. And guild perks are temporary buffs or improvements to every member of your guild. That are slotted into your guild ship. Now, I can imagine the first question of that will be, but what if I don't? Aren't guild ships really, really hard to get?
But wait, there's more.
We are, in fact, going to adjust how you get guild ships to make it somewhat simpler than it is now to increase their availability. It's still not, a walk in the park. Get them handed to you, but much simpler.
So now you're going to have people with guilds by themselves getting their own guild ships, which is that's fine, right? That's fine.
Materials. Sorry, Matt's pointing at the screen.
Sorry. How many of the question was, how many of the materials for Masterwork gear drop from each boss, and is it only Master mode? I don't know the answer to the first question, but I don't know that it would matter even if I did, because you don't have context on how much it costs to make it, so I don't know. But the answer to the second question, I believe, is yes. I believe it is only Master mode bosses that drop it.
Yes. So, sorry, back to the perks.
Matt, stop your pointing.
Yeah, Matt.
I guess I could bring our faces back.
Stop bringing up relevant questions.
Sorry.
Hey, there we are again.
Sorry.
Cool.
I forgot about our faces.
No, it's all good. So guild perks, they're temporary.
Also, it should be noted that apparently Eric Musco was extremely ill during this. So props to him for pushing forward.
So you'll need to cycle them over time. As one wears off, replace it with a new one. The perks that are available to be purchased at any given time will change over, so 1 week, this set of perks might be available, the next week, a different set. And I'm using a week as an example. We haven't totally decided how long the perks last.
Yep.
They're
purchased with a new guild currency. We will probably joke.
So, stopping there for a second, regarding the perk system, I think it really is going to determine what the perk is, and then that should determine how long it is, right? And at this point, it's hard to even venture a guess on what they might be talking about. You know, if it's something like, well, and kind of taking a step back for a second, how difficult is said perk to get? So I'm sure when they're going to determine the timeline factor on that, you know, what is the perk? What does it do? How hard was it to get it? And then that will equal in how long it's actually going to be.
You can call that space bucks or guild bucks.
Guild bucks, yeah.
We're still picking the name.
Yeah, I was getting yelled at for spelling guild bucks wrong in the placeholder of this PowerPoint. So guild bucks is serious.
Yeah, so you will purchase those with a combination of this new currency, which is earned from earning guild levels a little bit, and predominantly by completing your planetary yield in conquests. That's where you earn most of the new guild currency. Combine that with credits. That buys you perks. The number of perks and the types of perks you can have available depends on how many rooms are unlocked on your guild ship.
Me too, Ricks.
Yep.
Perks. So let's get some examples.
Yeah, because one of the things I saw someone said is please make crafting objectives better for conquests. So we could talk a little bit about that. But
so one perk that we're looking at giving is actually a perk that gives you extra conquest objectives. So that you can tailor conquests to your guild specialty. So I want an extra objective for flashpoints, or I want an extra objective for crafting. That's something we're very, very likely to include.
Yep.
Like I said, this is all still in development, but other perks, simpler stuff, quality of life kind of things, like, I want to increase the rate at which I harvest things in the field, stuff like that.
That'd be nice.
Higher XP gain for everyone in my guild.
From particular activities. So the kind of the core idea behind the perks is to let you advance your guild, level it up, and make your guild more specialized into the things that you particularly like. So if you want to,
and I really hope at some point down the road, again, depending on what changes they make with this system, I hope they do an actual vendor. Because, you look at stuff like World of Warcraft, and World of Warcraft has guild vendors where you can get stuff like, your XP gear for, quicker leveling. So I hope they do something like that down the road as well.
Go broad, you can, put a little bit into each activity. If you want to go specific and try to, really lay it on for operations or flashpoints, what have you, you can do that.
So I've seen a couple different people bring up that they feel like right now conquests are punishing to small guilds, and that this will be problematic because of that. So one thing to keep in mind is a lot of the way that we're looking at conquest is winning conquest is not the point of conquest.
Yeah.
Completing a planetary yield in that conquest is really what you want to drive.
That's what's going to get you the currencies. That's what's going to get you your guild leveled up.
Now, that being said, we're highly sensitive to the fact that there needs to be a balance between small, medium, large yield, and how large guilds can go faster than small guilds, and so understanding that stuff. And I think some of that will go to the last point, which is
a difficult balance, definitely.
Which, just at a base level,
generally, it's a variety of tweaks that we won't get into too much, but
yeah, the general sense is, which is funny because it's actually the opposite of what we talked about when we did the revamp, which 100%. This is your feedback.
Yep.
Right? This is the thing that we took from the feedback that we got when we made the initial Conquest revamp is we're going to go back to Conquest's objectives being more consistent, more similar.
Week to week.
Week to week.
So is there anybody in chat that does a lot of conquesting in their guilds? I mean, what do you guys think about this?
Yep. And then, ideally then you can use your perks to potentially mix that up more and make it more what you're after.
So we make sure that Conquests cover all of the things you want to do, that you can get points for those. The variance will probably be in the planets, right? So instead of it being killed.
Also, I should mention here real quick that during this stream, their stream froze a bunch. And so that's why it's froze right now.
100 enemies on Ilum, it'll be killed 100 enemies on Nar Shaddaa, or whatever that may be.
Right.
And then we know there's been a lot of consternation around the daily repeatable objectives because they are by legacy, which feels punishing per character. So we're going to pull focus away from that and lean more into weekly
and infinitely
repeatable, which is exactly how it worked prior to that. So I'm not saying we're going to get rid of them, but we'll just focus on that quite a bit less. And that's just scratching the surface of the conquest changes. And so again, these will be the things that are on PTS, and we really want to make sure that we get your feedback on it this time, which we didn't.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Here real quick, also, KB, how's it going? Mr. As there's a loud motorcycle driving by. Mazaru 90, quick question for you. Are you currently playing the game right now? Hey, race fan, how's it going? I kind of need that info to answer your question. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead at this point because that's pretty much what they said about the conquest changes. So let me go to, let's see here. Oh, let me back up on this part right here. So they're going to switch over to, as soon as they switch over to the next slide, where they start talking about, let's see, where's that at? Let me back it up just a little bit. All right, here we go.
Hey,
Great news.
spoiler.
Guild management.
Yes.
So that's the second half of the guild changes that are coming.
Yeah,
Charles?
cool stuff. So right off the bat, we're adding kind of a new guild landing page. This is something that...
Stopping here for just a second. So, Mazaru 90, you're probably going to be interested in that section right there.
It doesn't replace stuff, but kind of brings a lot of the features of your guild together into one place, so that you can kind of see your, guild log, various information. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is all in guild management as well.
Sorry.
So things that we're adding to your guild to help you manage it, which will be available on the guild landing page. Things like a log of much, much more than it currently logs, so that you can actually track, interact. What's the word I'm trying to say here? Jeez.
I don't know. I have
transactions.
I have a guild.
Transactions in your guild bank.
I have
members being added, members being kicked.
Yep. I have
people
a guild
being promoted.
I have a guild logging example, which I can't guarantee this is actually in, but I know we talked about it. Which is there was some concern. Oh, I should back up a second. So we made a change to Conquest where the review period was only an hour, and we couldn't tell you why at the time. The reason why is because you need Conquest to be available largely to help you level. And so by having the review period be 2 days, that would mean you couldn't level for 2 days, which is bad. So that's why we made that review period much shorter. So that brought up a very valid concern from guild leaders, which is, especially for and as someone who has spreadsheets for every game they play, I appreciate that this is something that exists where people adamantly track the Conquest participation of everyone in their guild week over week and stuff. And so one of the concerns was, with the review time only being an hour, I don't have a lot of time to get that information. So I don't know if it made it in, but I do know I personally talked to the engineering team about seeing if logging could capture each member's participation after a conquest is concluded. Yeah. So that's just an example of the stuff that could be in logging. I'm not saying that's actually there because I don't know that it made it, but we'll get you that list of everything that's there.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Additional stuff, guild mail, so you can much more easily send a message to everyone within your guild.
That'd be nice.
You can ban by legacy now, so if you keep getting a member who keeps sneaking into your guild to make trouble, you can ban them by their entire legacy, not have to worry about it.
And we should bring up ban by legacy. We know that by the time chat catches up, they're going to have a question.
What he's going to say right here, this is really, really important. I know the whole ban by legacy thing, or just banning account-wide in general, that's been a really, really big topic, so really, really pay attention to this.
Which is, can I ignore by legacy?
Yes, not yet. Unfortunately, though those seem like they would be working in a very similar way, they in fact work in extremely different ways, which is very frustrating for us, as I'm sure it's very frustrating for y'all.
Yep.
So we understand completely the desire to have that and are working towards it, but I don't have anything I can say yet about when that might happen.
Yep. And so Levelphilia asks, what about same legacy names? So we had this question come up when we talked about this before. So let me clarify exactly how ban by legacy works. So the way that you as players see someone's account and someone's legacy is not how we see it. So if I ban the Boyd legacy, that doesn't mean anyone who has the Boyd legacy can't get in the guild. It means we as a game know I banned Charles, and Charles will not be able to get in the guild anymore on that account, period. He can change his legacy name, he can do whatever he wants.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Won't get me in.
We know who he is. So understandable concern, but it's not that simple. We're actually doing it from the back end side, that we know who that person is. That to us, you're banning that person, not that legacy name or anything like that. So you don't have to worry.
It's just easiest to understand as banned by legacy.
Yep, so you don't have to worry about that.
And the last thing, which was actually listed first, I left out guild ranks. I literally just saw someone ask about it. Yes, we are adding more guild ranks with more options for what each rank has access to, what they are capable of, and what they're entitled to do.
Yep.
Last thing I'll mention, Guild Inspect. So what this does is let you click on another player and inspect their guild, which will tell you a little more information about their guild, what level are they once that's available. You'll have a message that you can add to your guild landing page, which will now be a message that's publicly viewable to members outside your guild when they inspect a member of your guild. So if you want.
So that'll be really, really neat, I think. It's going to be interesting to see how many characters that is, but being able to actually have that guild landing page and display information on it and use that as a potential recruiting tool, I think that'd be pretty cool.
To put a recruitment message there, or just information about what your guild does. We're PvP focused, we love ops, we're super casual, whatever you want. You can put it in that and it will show up in a guild inspect when others click on it. Cool. So that you can help your recruitment.
Hey, Lord Knox.
One of the questions I've seen come up a few times is, are we changing the character cap limit per guild?
We are not at this time.
Correct. Yep. Nope. That's a different challenge to do that.
There's a tech issue there.
This does not replace the guild message of the day. That is still an internal facing thing, so that's only visible to members of your guild.
Whenever you see anything like that, and I saw some people in chat asking, oh, can you raise the credit cap? Whenever there's a number like that, and it's like, how many people are in a guild, how much money you have, tokens, whatever, there's always a tech thing involved with that kind of stuff.
A message that's visible to people outside. They're separate. You can have them the same if you want, I suppose, but...
And I know this is meant to be a cynical question, but I'm going to make it a serious one. Drax543 asks, who wants to bet how buggy this will be? So I will say, please go on PTS and test it.
Yes.
That's important. Like, bugs happen. We don't want to release things that are buggy either, and that's why we're putting all of this on PTS, so that you can help us go on there.
Except for the story.
Yep.
Test all of these guild features, let us know it doesn't work, so we can work on trying to fix it and give you the best product possible. Mm-hmm. So I know you're meaning it to be facetious, but actually it's a serious thing.
Yeah, we would love to get anyone's feedback that we can.
That's why we've started doing more PTS as well, because we want to try to.
And I'm really happy that they're doing more PTS.
And so this will also be added to the PTS, not in the initial phase, but coming in a later state, a later phase of the PTS in the weeks to come.
Yep, and we'll talk about PTS in a little bit as well.
Yes.
Speaking of
last thing though,
PvP summer.
Yes,
we're wrapping that.
One last little bit of love for PvPers.
Yep.
PvP challenges. So what this will do is let you challenge another group to a PvP match of your own, device.
That's really cool.
Your own decision. So I want to I have a group. I want to challenge Musco's group to a match of Hutball on Vanden. I can. Through various methods.
Which one of these groups has Keith in it?
Oh, I'm going to say mine because I want to win.
Okay, perfect.
So I can right-click on Musco and choose Challenge. That will bring up a menu that's visible to the group leaders where we can make, check out each other's groups, see what the composition is.
It's kind of like a lobby?
Yeah, a little bit like a lobby, or like even also like a trade window kind of. You can see who's in the group, what their disciplines and classes are, that kind of thing. And then pick, what map are we going to do? You can do a war zone, you can do an arena, you can do a starfighter map. And the minimum number of players is just the minimum of 2v2. You got to have at least 2 people on each team.
So if you want to do 2v2 Hutball,
you can do it.
Yep. And one thing I want to head off at the pass, by the way, because someone's like, "Oh, win trading made easy." You get no rewards for doing this.
Nope.
Like, this isn't a queue.
Yeah, this is completely outside of the standard PvP queue.
Yep.
It's doesn't count for ranked. It can, however, if you are in.
Well, let me answer that question here real quick. So, Desktop, you're asking, will Darkside Jason be recruitable on the PTS? Lord Knox said yes. I'm not so sure. Once we get a little bit deeper into this, I might be able to answer that a little bit better because I forget what their answer was. And the reason why I'm hesitant was because, again, like I said a little earlier, that none of the story stuff is going to be on the PTS. Some of the returning companions are directly tied into the story. Some of them are not. So I don't know which of the companion returns are going to make the PTS and which ones are not. Since they consider that to be story, none of them might. And actually, now that I think about it, that might be the answer. I think the answer might be none of them. So, I don't know. Hey, Miss PV, how's it going? But they did say that light side Jason is part of the story, but dark side was an alliance alert. But like I said, still, an alliance alert might be considered story that they're not going to put on the PTS.
In guilds, if I am in a guild and I challenge Musco and he is in a guild and our groups are composed of members of our guilds, then you can have a tracked match.
Yep.
Tracked match.
And there will now be a tracking in your guild landing page.
Yep.
That tracks your wins and losses against other guilds and in the different game types.
Yep.
So
Yep.
only for guilds. If you're just a random pickup group of you and some friends who are not in a guild and you challenge another group, that cannot be tracked. If you are in guilds, you can choose whether it's tracked. You can do just a scrimmage, just a practice match, or you can do it for real with it tracked.
So let's stop there for a second. It's actually pretty neat, the progression that they've been making when it comes to this custom PvP stuff. At first we got this new stronghold, which you can do your own matches and has scoring and all this and that. And now they've actually progressed to where you can straight up do a group challenge versus a group challenge. You pick the map, you pick whatever you want to do, and you can do it. If it's guild versus guild, it actually tracks them on your guild page. That's pretty cool. That is very, very cool.
Yep.
And have that going forward.
Yep. And so our idea here is to kind of just continue off of the things we did with the Rishi Stronghold, which is people who run PvP tournaments. Now, not only could you make your own war zone inside of the Stronghold, now you could literally say, I'm going to do an actual 8v8 hotball tournament, and you can run your own custom 8v8 hotball tournament.
Yep.
Obviously, spectation becomes a problem, but that's weeds I don't need to get into. But you can actually
gotta stream
do real decided matches in every war zone in the game, including Starfighter. So.
Yep. And that will also be on PTS.
Including
so please,
Starfighter.
Jump in and check it out.
Please
let us
it.
know what you think. It may not have the full UI at the very first version, but like I said, you'll be able to right-click on people to start it. You can actually, there will be a / command to start it, and it'll be eventually in the activities window to challenge people.
Yep. Matt, I saw you put a finger up.
What do you got?
What's your question?
Something we discovered during testing. Vanden 4v4 is really fun.
That is true. Yeah, there was a bug where this was internal, by the way, where Vanden thought it was an arena, right? And so it would only pop 4v4 when we were doing our playtest. Yeah. It was super fun. You're right, actually. Yeah. Now, to be fair, we're probably bad compared to people who are good. So for good people, it might not be as fun, but it was great for us. It was good fun.
Yeah, cool. All right, let's keep it moving.
All right.
Oh, it's time.
We're almost an hour into the stream. We've now arrived at Osis.
Yes.
So, Charles, you want to give at least the super high level of Osis.
Yeah.
And then we'll get into, so just so you guys know, we're going to talk about gameplay on Osis first. So an understanding of...
It's a daily area. What does that mean? What kind of stuff's going to be available? How does it compare to others?
Then we're going to get to story. And again, just for anyone that has any concerns, we're not going to get super spoilery. So you should be fine, unless you don't want to know anything at all. Then, which we'll let you know when you need to stop listening. I guess, to be fair...
Right now, I'm just telling you stuff that you would know if you read the comics.
Right.
So you're cool.
Yep. So we're going to talk about just that. And then when we get to the story section, we'll let you know so you can stop listening. And that's basically the last section anyway. But granted, it's going to be a long section, but that's basically the last section. So but we'll let you know when you get there. All right, Charles.
Cool. So Osis, for those who have not heard of this planet before, was an ancient kind of center of Jedi activity. It was sort of not necessarily their home base for all Jedi, but
there was a big Jedi library there.
A central part of the Jedi Order in the ancient past. It first appeared in the Tales of the Jedi comics. It was devastated, as planets so often are in the Star Wars universe.
As they sure are.
By the Sith. They set off a chain of supernovas in the Kron cluster nearby, which really devastated the planet, wiped out pretty much all life. Incoming Swedish fish.
This can't be good for my
on the
throat,
planet,
by the way.
destroyed most of the structures. It was a very very bad thing that happened. Left it. I don't. Thank you. I'm talking, man. I can't Swedish fish.
Stop distracting him, Matt.
You're messing with my flow. I love you, Matt. So it has been a very unpleasant place over the last several hundred years since that happened. But now we're going to be giving players the chance to go visit this ancient Jedi homeworld in a new storyline.
Yep.
In fact, kind of two new storylines because it is separate Imperial and Republic storylines.
That's great.
Which I'll get into more detail about here in a minute. Yep. But once those storylines are complete, once you finish the sort of critical...
So you'll be able to play it from two sides and have two different things. That's nice.
Path, as we call it, storyline, that opens up Osis as a daily area, which has repeatable missions just like any other daily area. So let's dive into a little of that.
Yep, let's talk about gameplay.
Yeah. So like I said, unlocks after you've completed the storyline, the crypt path, as we call it. There are separate Empire and Republic storylines, which means there are separate Empire and Republic daily missions. Now, yes, some of them do have similar objectives, but some of them are quite different.
Yep. Would it be fair to say this is the story, the way that it is separated, Empire and Republic, is akin to like McCab, where it's two stories that there's some overlap, but they're basically coming from two different sides.
There, like I said, there's 10-ish missions, a few more if you can, especially include the weeklies, things like that. Not all of those missions will be on the bounty board at the front. Some you'll collect out in the field. We're really trying to look at past daily areas, what worked, and especially what didn't. So, for example, unlike IOCATH, these missions will not rotate and become unavailable at certain times. Every mission on there will be available every day or every week, depending on if it's daily or weekly.
Yep. So this is, again, where even when we put something out in the wild, giving us your feedback is always helpful, because then we can use it to help inform future decisions.
Exactly. There's a new reputation track that's going to be relevant too for shards and stuff. I believe.
As we mentioned earlier, there'll be breakpoints for where you can, where you will be able to then purchase the artifact and legendary tiers of gear, depending on where you are in the reputation track. So it won't be just as simple as I got the currency, I'm going to go buy it. You have to make sure to actually be doing the dailies, and which, to be fair, you get the currency there anyway, but to build their reputation up. So.
Yep. Some new datacrons to find. I think there are 3.
I think there's 3.
I forget what they give you. I apologize.
So these should be available on the PTS. I will find them. I will create guides as soon as I possibly can. Depends how crazy they are. I mean, if they're anything like the bloody last one they put in that takes you 10 hours to do, could be a little rough. But hopefully they're just jumping datacrons. Right? Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
We can get you that information coming up soon, because there was some debate about what to put on those.
Yep.
2 world bosses, as we alluded to earlier.
Yep.
Along with weekly missions to defeat them.
Yep.
They will drop good shit.
Yep. They drop
good stuff.
They drop the 52 minutes curse word, 52 minutes, and it wasn't.
That's actually pretty good.
It wasn't me. And that I think they dropped the artifact. I think they have a chance to drop the artifact, or the artifact comes off of the weekly for the world bosses. So,
I'm referring to the farming of the pigs, Lord Knox. Some people took them a long, long time.
We will be including some old classic stuff a little bit.
That's right.
Some Seeker Droid. It may even be a somewhat improved version of Seeker Droid. I can't guarantee that.
Depending on how they do Seeker Droid. I'm kind of...
Yeah. There's macro binoculars.
Macro binocular mission.
For those who are not fans of being giant walkers, we do not currently have any missions where you play as a giant walker.
Yep.
Darth Dirty Socks, they said that the story would not be on the PTS, but the daily area, I think, will be. We can confirm here in a little bit.
You make me sad by not liking it, because being a walker is awesome.
Being a walker is great.
That's okay.
Or the planet, at
Didn't
least.
fit the story.
Yep.
And all of these missions will have tons of stronghold decorations to unlock.
Yep. And we wanted to point that out specifically because it's gameplay. We're not selling them to you. They're literally just like all over Osis doing all kinds of stuff. Will get you all kinds of decos for your stronghold.
Yep.
So
cool.
We have some more concept.
Yeah, so...
this art is really nice.
We're going into story now, right?
We're moving towards story.
So
let's see, hang on, wait. So it's...
So these are farms. There's a Jedi colony on Osis, which is what I'll get to in a moment. So these are some of the farms. They're kind of trying to terraform, or Star Wars form the planet to make it more hospitable again.
Yep. So let's talk about the last set of mechanical stuff, and then we're going to go to story. And so we'll let you know. Okay, so spoiler disclaimer. So I'm listing a spoiler, but what we're really talking about is data mining.
Yeah. First of all, the story stuff they get into here is really not that bad. I felt like they hyped it up more than what they should. They're basically just gonna talk about some of the new characters and stuff. That's it. It's nothing major.
Yes, because that's gonna happen. We don't like it.
Yep.
You should not do it. It is against our terms of service. Please don't do it.
Yep.
And but we don't someone else might do it and post things in places where you might.
So they're talking about data mining right now. Keith actually said in chat, I have it screenshotted on Twitter, something that I've been telling you guys for a long time. So Keith confirmed today that they intentionally put garbage for the data miners. So some of the stuff the data miners come up with is just not true. So yeah, you can't trust that info. You really can't.
See them. So we wanted to give you a heads up, because some crazy stuff's going to happen in this update.
Yeah. There's some things in Jedi Under Siege that we know that we can't talk to you about, that we want you to experience by playing. And so if you're the kind of person that is on the internet. After
What's
PCS
the
goes
internet?
out, again, either tomorrow or earlier next week. Actually, to be fair, the data mining could actually probably start happening in the next day or two. Be very, very careful on the internet because we really don't want you to get spoiled for some of the awesome stuff that's happening in Jedi Under Siege. So,
So just be cautious. Know that that might happen. Watch where you read.
And someone said, so please tell us. We're not going to tell you because we want you to play it and experience it.
Yes.
Trust us.
Yes.
Trust us. You want it. You want to experience.
You might
this
be shocked to
natural-
learn that when we create a story, we like you to experience it in the way that we created it, not by reading it in poorly pasted together text.
Correct. So anyway, just as a heads up, just be cautious. Be cautious on the internet. Take this and be
Because
cautious.
we want you to enjoy it the best experience that it can be.
Okay, so if you are someone who has not played in a while, you've been away, there's some things that will happen when you try to access Osis.
Yes, so you will have the option of jumping forward to the beginning of the Osis storyline from anywhere previous in the game. As long as you are level 70, you have the option to go straight to Osis. What this will do is it will...
All right, let me stop right there. So they confirmed that if you are not subbed, you can still do this. As long as you are 70, you can be unsubbed and still do all this.
Autocomplete Knights of the Eternal Throne. It will autocomplete Knights of the Fallen Empire. It will autocomplete everything.
Okay, so let me stop right there. So he's saying that it's auto-completing, right? I'm very, very happy about that because the worst thing they could have done would be to say, in order to do 510, you have to complete all the expansions. You got to complete IOCath. You got to complete the traitor storyline. Thank goodness you can skip all of it and it auto-completes. Yes, thank you.
That it will also autocomplete the Fractured Alliances storyline, and any choice, it will pick default choices for all of those things, which we usually break down by faction.
Right.
Usually, if you're a Republic character, we pick generally light side choices. If you're an Imperial character, we pick generally dark side choices. So if you really care and want to make sure your character is as specific and up to your vision of that character, play through it all, get those choices. Otherwise, if you just really want to get to the new stuff, you can start the Osis storyline if you're level 70.
Yep. And I don't believe you need to be a sub to do it, as long as you are currently level 70. So you had to have been.
You have to have been a sub at some point to get to level 70. But other than that, that's right. Now, what that also means is if you have anything that is not completed, even if you have completed most of the main storyline, you've done Fractured Alliances, say, but you haven't done all your Alliance alerts, or you didn't, you have the Arc and Romance option available, but you haven't completed it, things like that. Those are going to be auto-completed too. We need to have those decisions locked down before we can move the story forward. So it's going to auto-complete those missions as well. So if you're sitting on some companion returns that you haven't done, or romances that you really wanted to kick off that you haven't yet, be sure to do it before you start Osis. Because it's going to assume that you didn't want to.
So, Saboteur and Loyalist, what's that?
Whoa.
So that's just kind of our internal terminology.
Okay. If for those of you who have not seen this live stream yet, listen very carefully to what they're about to say. Saboteur and Loyalist. All right.
For a situation that I think a lot of players have brought up, something that they're very passionate about, something that we internally totally agree with.
And I should point out for a second, if you have not played up through IOCath, Charles is about to say spoilery things.
Yes. So spoilers for everything before Osis.
Correct. If you haven't played IOCath yet and you want to,
as you know, you're
earmuffs.
Yes, you are now the commander of an alliance. This alliance is composed of lots of people from both factions and some from completely unrelated factions. And at various points in the story, such as IOCath, you may have in fact sided with the opposite faction of the one that you chose when you created your character in the first place. So that should mean, hey, I want to continue supporting that other faction. Can I switch? The answer is not quite, but a little.
Not quite.
What you will get the option
Not
to do
yet.
is to become a Saboteur. So if you have, in fact, you don't have to have made those choices before either. It just probably makes more sense.
Right.
But you, before beginning the Osis storyline, will get an opportunity to become a secret double agent for the opposite faction. And yes, I know agents may in fact already be double agents, so you can simply
double.
You're like a triple agent, right?
And carry that on, and you will get special moments in the storyline where your character will be able to undermine their original faction in favor of the enemy.
Yep.
So you will be secretly working for them behind
That's
the
cool.
scenes and get extra little story scenes and different results because of that.
Yep.
Flip side, if you want to stay loyal to your original faction, even if you were maybe not so loyal at a couple of points, you can do that. You can go reaffirm your loyalties to the Republic or to the Sith Empire, and you will get special and slightly different options based on that. Things may work out a little better for your faction because you're loyal to them versus if you were secretly undermining them all the time.
Easy.
So, obviously, this saves us from certain bad situations like classes getting to fleets that they shouldn't be able to and messing with people. There's a few technical reasons we went with this route. But I also think it makes for a really interesting story and a lot of interesting moments that we can bring forward. Now, you will just be starting out as a Saboteur or Loyalist.
Quinn must die. I agree.
So, the things that you're doing will be comparatively minor for now. You'll still, they're important, they're impactful, but, just wait because it's going to get worse or better as you go along.
Or better.
As you go along.
Okay, so I think at this point, if you don't want spoilers for anything in Osis, now is when you probably need to stop listening.
I'm only going to give you
don't listen to him. Like I said earlier, we can. Let's see. Where do they actually start talking about this? Now, there's actually a point coming up where their stream freezes. And when that happens, I'm going to have to switch things here in a second. Let me do this.
That will also get spoiled for you. That you don't want to know they exist.
That's what they're going to be trying to do. So if you're an Imperial player, you are coming to Osis in the hope of destroying the Jedi who are present there and eliminating some of their more key members, who we'll get to in a second.
Yep.
And if you are a Republic character, you are being recruited to help the Jedi colony to protect it from the Empire until they can evacuate and escape as best they can. So
there you go.
That is the setup.
There's your Osis setup. So
and both, again.
Oh, desktop, just wait, desktop.
Again, unless you're a Saboteur, then you might be undermining some of that stuff a bit.
Right. Then do the opposite of
but
everything that Charles
subtly,
said.
you can't just show up and murder everybody. You gotta play your cards. You're playing the long game here.
Yep.
So.
All right. So let's talk about. I was wrong. We talk about
companions first.
We talk about companions.
Let's do it.
Then we do the characters.
So a lot of the characters are coming back as part of the Osis storyline. One is fairly separate from it. I'll get into that. So just going in order, we have Doc. Doc is now serving as the doctor for the Jedi colony. That's where he's been. That's why he didn't know you were back.
Yep.
He's been in this secluded place for a very long time.
Yep.
Kim Vol. Now, Kim Vol is only going to be available if your character sided with Kim Vol in your class storyline as part of his companion story. So if you sided with Zash, then you already know what happened to Kim Vol because you've hopefully played the Nathema Flashpoint solo story mode and seen what happens.
Yep.
But if you sided with Kim Vol all along, he's your bestest monster bro, then you will encounter him on Osis out in the wastes. Nadia Grell. Favorite companion
I saw a lot of Nadia spam.
Good to see that she's back.
She's a Jedi. She's staying. She's part of the colony. She's part of their.
Keith is spamming Nadia, so I guess.
Now I'm gonna pause here for just a second. In the roadmap, when they were talking about Jaisa, they said Dark Jaisa would be returning, but Light Jaisa, we basically had no idea what we were going to do with her. So what you're going to see, this is a change. Okay?
Keith was pretty excited.
I guess so,
yeah.
It's great.
And then we have a double up. We've got Jaisa Wilson, both light side and dark side. Light side Jaisa you will encounter on Osis. Dark side Jaisa you will encounter as a separate mission, not entirely related to Osis, but coming out at the same time.
How does it work with getting Jaisa back if I'm an existing, I was a Sith warrior? Do I get back the one that my canon version of Jaisa is what I get?
So whichever Jaisa you had before the storyline began, that's the Jaisa you're going to get back.
Okay. And so one other thing we have that's special about the companions, not all of them, but most of them this time.
Sorry, before I get to that, I should also mention, although some of these characters you may encounter across multiple classes, like Doc or Nadia, you will only get them back as companions if they were your companion before. So if I'm a Jedi Knight, I can get Doc back. If I am a trooper, I will not get Doc.
Yep.
As a companion. Still might need it.
Yep. So, question that always comes up, romance. So we actually have some changes.
Yes.
For some of these characters.
Changes.
So for the first time, we are going to offer same gender romance options for original companions, like Nadia and Jason.
There you go.
Also, vastly, extensively requested, you will be able to romance or begin a romance with Lightside Jason.
There you go.
Not do that before.
Yep. So we've added romance to Lightside Jason.
Also, Kim Val.
Nadia
They
and
confirmed
Darkside
that
Jason.
earlier in the stream.
Also available for same gender romance, which is something that's been requested for a very long time. So we're happy that we can finally actually add that in.
Now again, this is just beginning the relationship. It's it's just getting started. But just so you know.
Yep, that's there.
Cool.
All right. So
new characters.
All right, I'm gonna hide
some new. Many are actually returning.
Okay, this is where their stream freezes. So give me 1 second. Let me fix this. Let's see. It should be this one.
Characters returning.
Whoop. Hold on.
Probably maybe put something in the launcher or on social, but definitely look.
Hold on.
All right.
Wait.
I think we're
Wait
back.
for it.
All right,
I think we're back.
I'm gonna wait for chat to confirm that we're back.
Chat. Are we back?
Chat. That was good. Chat. Oh, we're back.
Yeah. All right.
There it is.
Chat. What was the last thing we said?
Yeah. Well, where did we stop? Let's start with where we stopped.
What was the last thing we said? Because we were making a very extended joke, and if we cut off in the middle of it, we're gonna have to apologize a lot.
Yeah. We'll have to go. Yeah, that would be pretty awful.
Okay, Tau tattoo.
At tattoo. Perfect.
Woo!
Oh, this is all right.
Could not have been timed better.
All right. We apologize. The whole internet died in the room.
Thank you.
Don't know why. So
thank you very much.
That's perfect. Okay. So I'm gonna hide our faces, and we're gonna resume as if this never happened.
Yes.
Thank you all. Okay. So let me hide my face. Okay.
Cool.
So this is
probably shouldn't play this up quite as much.
Let me go ahead and pause the stream here for a second. Peter the Cellcath, a.k.a. SWTOR Central, thank you for the host. Welcome, everybody. We're actually doing a little bit of a recap of the BioWare dev stream for Update 5.10. We were just getting into the sort of the story section. So if anybody's interested in that, that is what's going on right now. So let us continue.
I'm going. We're still doing. Double down, Charles. Okay.
Tau Adair, she's awesome. She's a Jedi.
Okay.
She's badass.
The tattoo.
And the tattoo is the ancient
Another loyal devotee.
So, if the stream breaks again, by the way, then we know that we should
Please know that we're about to joke with you, so don't freak out.
Yes.
This was a pretty good troll on behalf of the developers.
Enjoy your stay.
So again, you'll notice that the actual background that I have right here is something that I actually was able to grab from BioWare. So it's actually matching.
Another loyal devotee.
I'm actually going to hold up here for a second. Thank you for all the followers, guys. I really, really do appreciate it. So here in this section, basically what they're doing is we're going to be able to see some of the new companions and some of the new people that will be joining us for the 5.10 update, which would be pretty cool. I might actually go ahead and mute my my thing here for just a second, guys.
Another loyal devotee.
Give me 1 second, everybody. Once again, I really do appreciate all of the followers. All right, let me go ahead and do that. There we go. All right, so here we go.
Yes, if the stream breaks, we're making jokes. The next character, we want to see if you can help us
guess who it is.
Guess who it is.
There's a next character.
It's a Sith character that has been around
since the beginning of the game.
The very beginning of the game.
Okay.
Their name starts with an M.
Okay.
And it's how many letters long?
6 letters long.
Okay, so let's see if chat can help us. So if M is the first letter,
M-A-L.
what's the second letter?
I've seen some. I think some people are getting that it's the second letter might be A.
The second letter is A. Okay. And what is the
Does it end with a GIS?
letter then?
No. What do you think the third letter is?
Okay, so we got okay. There's the A's.
Okay.
Okay. So what is the third letter?
Let's see. Let's wait.
Hold on.
L. Okay. I think they probably got it right.
They're pretty close. Let's see.
It's
Melora.
Darth Melora.
Yes.
You
that's
guys
right.
nailed it. I want to give you. Hey, let me put our faces back up.
Yes.
Nice work.
Well
nice
done.
Work.
Well
Nice
done,
work,
stream.
guys. Nice work.
So for anyone who actually does remember who Melora is,
who
or who doesn't,
So who is Darth Melora?
Melora was a minor character in a side mission on Korriban called Dark Science, I believe. We originally called it Brains of the Beast, so if I slip and call it that, I apologize.
Yeah.
Melora, much like the player, has had a long and storied career since her days on Korriban.
Yep.
And has now risen to a position on the Dark Council.
I like someone put in all caps, oh my god, that lady on Korriban. But you guys guessed it.
So pausing here for a second. If you've played any of the characters on Korriban, you might remember that there's the little dissecting area, and you come across this lady, and you can kind of choose whether or not to help her out. And so, yeah, it's definitely neat that they actually bring her back, which is pretty cool.
You did it.
You got it.
So she is now on the Dark Council. Her specialty is biotic science, which is why she looks a little different than the last time you saw her.
Yep.
She likes to experiment with biology and Sith alchemy and all that fun stuff.
Love it.
And that might be a big part of what she's doing on Osis and how she plans to annihilate the Jedi.
You figured she was dead? Me too.
Also, can I just say as a personal note, thank you for playing along.
Yes.
We've been excited
Please
to make
don't
this
hate
joke for days.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Who's next?
Okay. The problem is now all of you are saying the stream died because I think... Oh, wait. Or did it actually die?
No! Wait, we're back. Wait.
Matt, watch the table.
Okay.
Because you're...
Yeah, her armor is really cool. Yeah.
There it is. It's back.
It's okay. They can't see us on the camera right now anyway.
It's back. Yep.
We're good. Okay. Let's keep it going.
All right. Moving along.
Let's keep it going. Another new character. This is General Daerun.
Yep.
He is a Republic infantry general in command of the... shoot. I would blank on it right now.
You're right now.
All the time.
It's because...
So let me go ahead and pause them again for a second here. Now, BioWare has said, I believe they said this in the Bad Feeling podcast interview, that they are working on multiple new species. And I'm beginning to wonder if that is actually going to be the next playable species. I'm willing to bet that in the expansion in 6.0, we're probably going to see at least one, if not two, new playable species. But yeah, I'm wondering now if that's actually going to be the one. That'd be something different.
Because the stream is messing with your head.
Anyway, he's an important Republic general. He's going to be recruiting Republic players to go and help the Jedi.
Yep.
He, you may have noticed, is a new species that we've shown a few times but never gotten to really get into. He is a Krex. So he's our first speaking Krex character. Love it. Let's keep it going. Another new character. This was one that was mentioned, and I saw a lot of theorizing about in the roadmap.
Like that Twi'lek.
This is Major Anri. She is an Imperial Special Forces commando, and that's kind of one of her fellow commandos there. Gets to bring some backup. Anri, obviously, as a Twi'lek and a fairly high-ranking officer, so kind of showing the progress within the Empire, how that's been changing over time. And she is really cool.
Love it.
One of my favorites.
One more.
And so excited. It's finally happening.
Let me make sure the stream is actually... The stream's fine. You're
It's
good.
fine. Your boy and mine.
Yeah, correct.
Jedi Master Nos Daral.
That's right.
He's coming back.
So
for his first appearance in the actual game.
That's right. So you may be familiar with him from such movie and TV shows as our Journals of Nostradamus.
Movie and TV shows.
Collector's Edition. The Timeline series that was released pre-launch.
Yes.
Were...
Whoop, hold on a second. The Timeline series. Oh, wait, you mean this? If it goes. Don't freeze on me. It's probably way too loud. It's like, oh, my ears. Hold on. I always have this hotkeyed and ready to go. There he is.
Greetings, I am Master Nos Daral, keeper of the Jedi Archives.
Anywho.
all Nostra.
Yeah. So, finally appearing in person, in the flesh. It is, in fact, Nos Daral, who is in charge of the Jedi Colony, who sort of formulated the idea for it and has been developing it all these years.
Yep. So, that rounds us out on our key art.
I mean, there's one more person in there. I don't know.
Melgus Dead Center.
Really, it's hard to tell who that is. So
Yeah, I
don't know. Maybe we'll get into that later.
Yeah, that's probably important.
We'll see who that person
Or
is.
Kepis.
I guess we
Probably
will.
someone cool.
Confirmed.
And there you go. So that is going to be our new loading screen as of Game Update 5.10. It's what we call our key art, which is the art associated with the update. So, and I know
That's a really
someone's
nice
going
key
to ask,
art.
so we'll make sure that we get this art somewhere on the website for you. I think it'll be updated on the website tomorrow. I think is when that'll all be updated. So, but we'll make sure that we get this out to you as well. So,
just remembering, someone mentioned Jonas Balkar.
oh yeah,
earlier.
Jonas Balkar.
Yes. So when you begin the kind of choice line that makes you either a Saboteur or a loyalist, you will get a contact either within your own faction or with the opposite faction. If your contact is from the Republic, they are Jonas Balkar.
There you go.
If your contact is from the Empire, they are 2VR8, who you may remember from the Black Talon Flashpoint.
Love it. Old 2V.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we can bring our faces back now.
Hello. We're back.
Love it. All right.
Sweet.
Here we go. Let's keep cruising. We're almost
We're
there.
so close. We're close
almost
to the
there.
finish line.
That's
It's
it.
coming. Here's
We're
the
almost-
names of the characters you just saw.
We
written
are.
out.
So I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. You said your game won't work. It sucks. Updated and click play and it won't. Was it giving you any error message or what was it saying? Also, how's it going, Flare? Or Evan? Flare. I was thinking Flare because you said Flare. So that kind of wraps up that part of it. Let me go ahead and move ahead here just a little bit because they talk about some other stuff. You want that art for your background? I can. Well, I'm assuming that BioWare is going to put it up, but I've already got it up. I've got it all saved. I can tell you that this one here I have up on Twitter right now and my Discord for anybody who wants that one. Actually, the other one I think I have up on Discord too, but I don't have it up on Twitter yet. So, yeah, I'll get that up on Twitter later. Okay, so here they're talking about okay, so this is actually the PTS schedule. So possibly the Master Mode Gods from the Machine, that could go up as soon as tomorrow. But yeah, and we were having a question about this earlier. I forget who it was, Lord Knox or somebody. So available on the PTS, the Osis daily area, the PvP challenge mode, then guild improvements. So in theory, when the daily mode goes up, the datacrons should also go up. So I will find those datacrons and I will get those guides made as soon as I possibly can. What does PTS mean? It's public test server. Yep. And people always ask, how do you even access that? It's all through the launcher. So if I pause this here real quick, hold on, I don't know if I can actually grab this or not. But basically, if you're at your launcher, you'll notice that there's a couple of wheels or a couple of gears down in the lower left corner. You click on that to enable the PTS. And then once you log in, you'll see another option for the actual PTS. There's actually a selector that you can choose between normal login and PTS login. But it's all done through the launcher. And then if you do want to do a character copy, that's all done through the website. So you actually log into the website and you'll see an option on the left side for your account. There's like a PTS character copy. But they also did mention during this live stream, if you just want to make a new character, you can do that. They're bringing back the Blue Frog, which is basically a terminal that allows you to just level up instantly any character on the test server. So you can actually go make a level 1, port to Odessin, which is where the terminal is, hit up the terminal, then there's going to be a bunch of vendors that have gear. Just get your gear and you're good to go. So it's that easy. You can also click on after you've done the 70 thing, you can click on the terminal, and every time you click on it, it gives you 500K. So money's not an issue either. So again, like I was saying earlier, never on the PTS is going to be the actual story, so you don't have to worry about any spoilers. The only thing that I'm not sure about, and I can ask the devs on this, is the returning companions. Are those going to be on the test server? Also, the code that's on the screen right there, that code is wrong. It's SW Cantina 18, I believe, is the correct code. Actually, let me check Twitter here real quick. It is... Yeah, here it is. SW Cantina 18. That is the correct code for that flare. So, yeah, SWTOR Cantina 18 is incorrect. Now let me jump ahead here real quick. I think for the most part, so that was it. This is kind of the recap right here. So if anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer anything that I can for you. I saw somebody say earlier that they were surprised at the amount of content that was in 5.10. Yeah, it should be pretty cool. But I'll tell you, I'm really looking forward to the expansion 6.0. You know, I don't think 6.0 is going to be until late next year, probably a Q3 potential. But I think what we're going to see in that expansion should be really cool. I was really surprised, you know, several months ago when they did the last roadmap and they actually said that they're going to be bringing back story and stuff from those old comics. That was a real surprise for me. Now, if you don't know, everything that they do in this game, it does indeed have to be confirmed by Disney and Lucasfilm, even though technically the game's not canon. I don't know. It was just a surprise to me that they would allow them to use those old comics, because as far as we are aware, those comics are also non-canon. So I guess maybe they said, well, non-canon and non-canon, you guys can just do whatever you want. But I don't know. It's kind of weird. Are they trying to write themselves out of a hole they put themselves in with the wrap up of Outlander? Yeah, I think a little bit, yeah. Legends is the true canon. Disney has a strong chokehold on SWTOR. Well, really, any Star Wars game they would. It was kind of neat for Star Wars Battlefront 2 that the story in Battlefront 2 was actually canon, as was the book they did for that game. So, yeah. Pretty cool stuff. Let me do something here real quick, guys. I need my alert box. Are you going to work? Whoop, not that one. I got to fix this here real quick. I broke it earlier. There we go. Or not. Okay, I'll just fix it later. Never mind. Desktop says all the Legends material is the true canon. Yeah, I think a lot of people think that. Absolutely. Once again, thank you all so much for all the followers tonight. I really do appreciate it. I actually kind of thought that they would have a video ready to go for this, but apparently they're still working on it. if you have characters you made on the PTS and you not copy one you already had copied to it. So what you could do...
Enjoy your stay.
Oh, well, there it's kind of... What the deuce? So yeah, you can actually delete characters on the PTS and then retransfer them. That's totally viable as well. And like we were saying earlier, they are adding the Blue Frog back as well. So if you want to just make a brand new character and then just instantly get him to 70, you can do that on the PTS as well. The new stuff is just like the timeline split in Star Trek. Are you talking about the regular stuff and then the JJ verse?
Enjoy your stay.
Centurion Blaze, thanks for the follow. Now my thing's working. So you want to recopy a tune that already had on it. So yeah, you could basically just then go onto the PTS, delete it, and then do a recopy. Yeah. You're not finding the PTS copy on the main site. Actually, it might be down right now because the PTS is not up. Let me verify that for you. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what the case is. I'm pretty sure the PTS copy is only there when the PTS is up. Let me log in here real quick.
Another loyal devotee.
River Smoke 117, thanks for the follow. And you know, as the Fuzzy Yoda might say, looking, found some in you heaven. That's my Yoda voice, guys. The shroud of the dark side has fallen. Okay, so yeah, I'm on the back end of the website now. Yeah, it's gone right now. But you can see where it says like Cartel Coins, sub, game, code redemption, character rename. It'd be right in there when it's available. So yeah, it's just not there. That was good. That was good, Yoda. Well, thank you. I practice it every day in my sleep. I should get off of this screen just so I'm not confusing people. Because that code I just had on the screen was incorrect. Don't follow that one, guys. That's sad. I mean, I would never do such things. Maybe BioWare should get me to voice the next Yoda character. I could do that for him. I can also do little children and robots and Batman and all kinds of other stuff. You want to romance her on Korban? Hey, Ark, how's it going? We do have one Yoda. It's, what's that dude's name? Master Otag. Except for he sounds like a normal person. He even speaks correctly. Yeah. On the Republic side, for the... Oh, what mission is that? It's the... It's that Flashpoint. The one where you get Riven. Or the first one, anyway. The two-parter. Maelstrom, thank you. Yeah, and Terrell 5 is the other one. Yep. I so rarely play on the Republic side. I'm always forgetting what those two are called. But yeah, I always say when it comes to the Yoda voice, you've got different degrees of Yoda. So like the end of episode 2, when he's talking about the Clone Wars, you know, he does the, he goes,
The shroud of the dark side has fallen. Begun? The Clone War has.
That's kind of like deep, sad Yoda. Or you got the other Yoda, again, it's like the
King found someone you haven't.
that's more like happy Yoda.
Mine, I will help you not.
We need more Matt in the live streams. Yeah, he was kind of funny. He kept popping in and out. Yeah, and for those who don't know, if you didn't see, the Matt guy who keeps popping in and out, he's the lead raid designer. Matt should do his own streams running operations. The Yoda is strong with this one. The Force is strong with this one. I thought it was funny during the live stream. He kept trying to offer them food. He's like, Charles, here's a thing of chicken wings or whatever. And he's like, no, Matt, just stop it. Stop it. Is he the only one on the raid team? Nah, he's got help. I mean, he's the main designer, so he goes in and says, all right, here's what I want to do and how I want to do it, and these are the encounters and that kind of thing. Swedish fish, yeah, they had that too. They were making you very hungry. You had no food. That's a good question, Ark. But that being said, during the Bad Feeling interview, when they were talking about gods from the machine and the final boss in Gods from the Machine, they said in that interview that room that the fight happens in, they had that room done a year ago, or basically a year before the fight actually came out. So it's possible that Matt and his little team, they could have kept working on stuff. But yeah, when they said that, I was shocked. I'm like, you had that room done for a year? You're kidding me, right? I don't think the encounter was actually done, but just the room was. Yeah, it's SW Cantina 2018. That will get you that flare. I need to get off of this screen. Actually, what I need to do is I need to switch videos, maybe. Hold on one second. Go back to the other video that has the correct info on it. Let me go to... Actually, hold on. Let me go to... Here we go. This screen is much better. There we go. That's the correct code. That's how you enter it, and that is what you get. So you get a character flare, which I think is a great idea because I think people are getting kind of tired of mounts. Would you guys agree with that? Yes? No? Yep, just like this. I find it funny. I asked that question. Immediately there was a no and a yes. You love this flare? Yeah, I've heard from a couple people that the flare is actually really, really good. So that's cool. Did anyone get the droid pets? You missed all of those. I think there's a couple that are still active, Blaze. I'll have to double check on that, but I'm pretty sure there's a couple that are still active. Can I ask Musco or Keith or Charles if they will ever add a true companion customization utilizing the character cosmetic designer? That would be cool, Ark. That's an excellent idea. Yeah, that would even make a really good video topic. I'll have to write that one down and maybe actually do that.
Enjoy your stay.
Morgan Han FX, if I'm saying that correctly, thank you for the follow. And welcome to the dark side. Or not. It's up to you, really. I mean, if you want to go Fuzzy Yoda, that's fine. Well, I'm almost going full Overwatch Reaper at this point. Die, die, die. Who do I think the hooded figure is? It's either Malik, a Gungan, or Kepis, or Kaizyken. That's my options. Yeah, all of the little... Yeah, it's the little baby R2 ones. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Speaking of sweet baby R2s...
Another loyal devotee.
I could give away one of those right now. How about we do that? I said we were going to have some giveaways. I've got a bunch of codes from BioWare, so let's start with that one. So anybody who wants a little droid.
Another loyal devotee.
Decrob 1 and... I missed that second one. But yes, thank you guys for the follows. All right, let me set up that giveaway here real quick. So, since this was called Jedi Under Siege, how about we have the giveaway word be Jedi? So, if you would like a shot at a M8 droid, courtesy of BioWare, just type the word Jedi into chat right now, and I will give you a code if you win.
Another loyal devotee.
Bryn Soken? I probably just totally butchered that, but thank you for the follow as well. Yeah, it's really nice when you're part of the BioWare influencer program. You basically just email Musco and say, Musco, I need codes. And he just sends me codes. Oh, and sorry, I missed that question earlier. What server do I play on? I actually play on about 3 servers, but I would say my main right now is Satil. Still waiting for them to drop the Royal Tauntaun. They actually answered that. Did you see their answer for that today? Their answer was that they're planning on doing a new Twitch promotion, but they have no idea when they're actually going to do it. And that's going to be for that. Aquin SWTOR says you would rather have new character customization for other species. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that as well. But can't they do it all? Can't they just do it all?
Enjoy your stay.
My...
Another loyal devotee.
Once again, thank you guys for the follows.
Enjoy your stay.
Bebel Frazier. UJS Carl.
Enjoy your stay.
James Cruff. But like I was saying earlier, I'm almost positive that we'll get a new species
Enjoy your stay.
with the new expansion. Coolgur, 8843.
Another loyal devotee.
Voice Tice? I've always said you need a college degree to read Twitch names.
Another loyal devotee.
Jongfer? Alright. I'm going to go ahead and close up the giveaway, guys.
Another loyal devotee.
Another loyal devotee? Or as the robot says in Hearthstone, I might be little, but I bet a
Enjoy
big
your
bunch.
stay.
All right, let's close that giveaway. Okay, the winner's name will appear in chat. Here we go. 3,
Another loyal
2,
devotee.
1, boom. Are you kidding me? Greg Trekker, are you here? You guys can all put up Rigged. He's one of my regular viewers. He had like I think we had about 60 people enter in for the giveaway, so one of my regular viewers got it on a. We're gonna draw again because I don't trust this giveaway program. All right, I'm gonna send it to you as normal. Greg Trekker private message. There we go, right there. Boom. Okay, we're gonna draw again. So we'll do 2 of them. I'm gonna do a couple more giveaways. We'll do a subtime giveaway and we'll do a cartel coin as well. We're going to do it all before we end this stream here. So let me grab another M8 droid code. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay, second winner is one of the newer people. Hey, and you're here and you responded immediately. Awesome. So I'm going to send you a private message via Twitch. With the code, there you go, bing, bang, boom, right there. So if you're unfamiliar, you log into the SWTOR website, go into your account, redeem code, put it in, and you'll have that on every character you'll ever make. So I'm going to go ahead and reset the giveaway machine here. We'll just rapid fire out some giveaways here as we're talking. So once again, if you guys have any questions, we'll try and do some questions as we're doing giveaways here. I'm going to change up the keyword here. This next one's going to be for cartel coins. No more Jedi. Don't spam the Jedi. We're going to switch factions. New giveaway is for Sith. Sith. Cartel coin code via BioWare. Mark that off my list. Do I think they're ever going to return to class stories? No. No, I don't think so. They don't. They just simply don't have the resources for it, unfortunately. And you know, I've answered so many questions regarding, you know, what is Anthem doing to this game? What's going to happen to this game if Anthem fails or if Anthem succeeds? It's just, it's really hard to say. There's so much speculation. EA in general has been losing a lot of money. I mean, they've got the next Battlefield coming out. When they moved the release date for that Battlefield, they lost a bunch of money. Their stock price just went down. It was crazy. But right now, that Battlefield is not trending very well. So if it ends up not selling very well, then yeah, I don't know. Your stream is lagging. People were typing way before I said anything. Yeah, you can maybe try and refresh, see what that does. We need more offside quests with companions. That'd be cool. Yeah, Dash, that would be a great playable race. I'd be down for that. I know a lot of people have also said Voss as What was the code for the droid pet in the live stream? Are you talking about the one that I just did? The one I just did was an M8 droid. You still haven't forgotten them for the loot box issues in Battlefront 2? Yeah, they're still in recovery mode for that as well. And of course, it has definitely affected SWTOR. I mean, SWTOR has backed way off on their policies. I mean, it didn't just affect BioWare and EA. I mean, that affected the entire gaming industry. That was quite the deal last year. It'd be cool if they let us submit story missions or side quests. Unique weddings for companions. You could do that in Star Wars Galaxies back in 2003. Hey, Noble Tactics, how's it going? For anybody who's just rolling in, we're doing a giveaway right now. If you type the word Jedi into chat, that will get you entered in for the giveaway. We're doing a cartel coin code courtesy of BioWare. Are there any other codes that are still alive from other... you know what? As soon as we get done with the giveaway, I will look that question up because there's a couple people that have asked what are some other active codes right now. I will get you guys the list. And actually, let me start looking for that right now. I can't remember. Let's see. See if I can find that. Because there used to be somebody or some website that actually had that information, but I can't remember which bloody website that was. Okay, let's go ahead and do this giveaway here real quick, and then we'll queue up for the next one.
Enjoy your stay.
OPY146, thanks for the follow. Okay, here we go for the cartel coins. Let me close the giveaway. Shh. Winner's name will appear in chat. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, boop. Nalski, if I'm saying that correctly. Nalsii. Are you still here? You are. Excellent. Once again, I'll send you a code via private message here on Twitch. There we go. Make sure that it works. Okay, so I'm going to reset the giveaway machine one more time, and we'll do this sub time. Let's see, what should the keyword be for this one?
Another loyal devotee.
How about we go full Steven Seagal, and yet we're still using 510. So this is going to be, the keyword for this one is Under Siege, all one word. So that'll get you entered in for a 30-day subcode. Hyman96, thank you for the follow. Fuzzy Yoda to you. Boop. Who in chat has never seen Under Siege with Steven Seagal? If the answer is no, I've never seen it, then you should go watch it right now. I know Leibs has never seen it. Leibs needs to go see it. She's probably like, what's Under Siege? All right, let me see if I can find that thing here real quick. Okay, well, I've got some I can throw in chat. So I think what we'll do is I'll probably just try and throw those into chat, and then you guys can just try them. The one for Battlefront 2, that one should definitely work. But beyond that, I don't know. Check my whispers. I've got too many whispers. What have you not seen? We're talking about Under Siege. The old Steven Seagal movie. He's basically like, I'm a ninja, and I'm going to take on Nick Nolte. So the code we're doing right now is for 30 days of sub time. The Battlefront 2 code is an armor set. I'm just a cook. Exactly. A lowly cook. Undertale, that's a good game. So, one of my fantastic regular viewers is actually offering to do a giveaway here. I'm just kind of chatting with him right now. So the giveaways continue. So he wants to give away a couple of cartel packs. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that one next. It'll be any server, any faction. All right, let's go ahead and close this giveaway. All right, closing. All right, the winner of the subcode is boop. AFK. So I'm going to go ahead and roll again because that's not supposed to happen. Actually, I normally have a rule, but since I didn't announce the rule, I don't know if it should be proper. Normally my rule is that you can only win once per stream, but I didn't announce that until now, so I'm going to go ahead and roll a second time here. All right. The second winner is... There we go. So, hold on one second. There is your code. Let me grab a second one. BAESU, are you still here? If you are, I need you to say something. Ah, there you are. Yeah, it makes it way easier for handing out codes when people say something, then I just click on their name and send it, and it's, boop, it's gone. Okay, next giveaway we're doing is going to be for a couple of cartel packs. And this is courtesy of SWTOR. Let me reset the giveaway. Let me make sure that it gets reset, because I have a feeling like I didn't reset it last time, and that's why it came up double winner for whatever reason. So the rule of one actually is now in effect. It shouldn't happen again, but let's do the keyword for this one is going to be update. So type the word update into chat for a chance at a couple of cartel packs. Courtesy of ARC.
Another loyal devotee.
East P, how's it going? Thanks for the follow. Okay, so while we're doing that, we're talking about these codes. All right, so I'm going to throw... Actually, I better wait until people stop spamming. That'd be the better way of doing it, just so it doesn't get lost. All right, so... Why are you guys spamming update? It's so weird. You want more saber pikes? Me too. Unsolved Mysteries. Are we just naming TV shows now? What's happening? How about 911 with William Shatner, where he'd go, and 911.
Enjoy your stay.
Big Papa Duff. Welcome to the dark side, Duff. Yes, T5s will drop from the crates, but it's extremely rare. Sequest. Oh, man, Sequest. That's a good show. It's just a darn shame that several of the main cast members from that show are no longer with us. Jonathan Brandis, who was the kid, like the tech wizard in that show, he actually committed suicide back in the 90s. Sad deal. And then the main dude, what was that guy's name? He was really famous. The guy who was the captain of Sequest. You know, Stranger Things, I actually have not had a chance to watch that. Oh, ARC is now saying 2 winners, 2 packs each. So, all right, there we go. Yeah, oh yeah, there you go, Roy Schneider. Thank you. Okay, here real quick, I'm going to put some codes into chat. These are, and there's going to be some more here in a second. So, Star Wars Celebration 17 is a free droid. SW Cantina 17 is a mount. New York Cantina free mount. Wait. Oh, 16 and 17. And again, I don't know if these are working. You guys are just going to have to test them. There is another, though, that I know that works, and it is... Let me find that. There is this one. This one should work. That's from Valentine's Day this year. SWTOR Share the Love. Try that one. And then the last one I've got for you is the Battlefront 2 code, and I'm 99% sure that still works. The code for that one is I think it's called Special Forces, but I want to make sure that I just type it to you here. I'm just trying to look for other codes here real quick. Oh, here we... That can't be right. Well, here's the Special Forces one. It should be just like that, I think. SW Cantina 17 worked according to chat. So go ahead and give all those a try. See what that does for you. Okay, so let's get set up for this next giveaway. The Flare, that's the new one from today. I can actually go to that slide here real quick. So here on screen, SW Cantina 18, right there. That's the one from today. Okay, so let me do this one here real quick. So again, this next giveaway that we're doing, this is courtesy of Ark. He's doing 2 winners, and each winner will get 2 cartel packs. NY Cantina 17 does not work. Okay, so we're narrowing down the list. Let me do the keyword of... But really, 17 doesn't work, but 16 does? That's kind of weird. I have no idea. It's weird. Keyword for this one, let's do keyword for this one's going to be road map. All one word, ROADMAP. A road to mappa. And I've actually on the BioWare stream that I've got on right now, we talk about Keith as the guy who's running SWTOR right now. If you've never seen what he looks like, there he is right there. He doesn't get on camera very often. He's a really nice guy. He plays this game more than anybody does. His game numbers are crazy. Did somebody miss the spelling? Make up my own words. All right, then. The next keyword is going to be widja-didja. You guys figure out the spelling. I'm not going to tell you. It's a redneck word. It's like, did you bring your truck, widja-didja? It's like, wait, what'd you just say? Widja-didja? You don't mean like that? Well, I tried. I tried very hard, and it still wasn't good enough. What am I supposed to do? Phoenix Rising, that is the correct spelling. You get an A+. Shoot. All right, let's close this giveaway and see who wins these packs. So I think the best way to do this arc is I'll choose the winner. They'll say something in chat, and then if you want to just click on their name and do a whisper, then you'll be able to get their info. So when Ark contacts you guys, he needs your character name, server, and faction. Okay? Have a good night, Rokenji. All right, let's close the giveaway. The first winner is, and again, no repeats. We shouldn't have any repeats, but if we do, we'll redraw. All right, first winner is Phoenix Rising. Are you still here, sir? Boom, there you go. All right. Winner number, actually, I'll give Ark just a second here. Just so I'm not like rapid firing. All right, here we go. Second winner is DCROB1. Are you still here? There you be. Rigged. It's kind of funny, the next emote I want to do here on Twitch, because right now my emotes, if you're a sub, I've got the Yoda Force and then the Yoda like attack emotes. I want to do a chopper, right? So if you imagine this is like a chopper, and then across him I want to do rigged, and so that I'll have a rigged emote. I think that'd be hilarious. Not ultra rigged. All right, guys. So we're going to be wrapping up the stream here in just a second, but I wanted to let you know about what's coming up here on the channel. Again, we got a lot of new people in chat. If you don't know, I'm actually a BioWare influencer along with several others. So here on Twitch and YouTube, we do all kinds of content for SWTOR and other games as well. So definitely keep tuned to those channels, and maybe we'll get some exclusive stuff down the road. My next SWTOR stream will be Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. Central. I have a show called Saturday Morning SWTOR, and we just kind of mess around in-game and do some stuff like that. I've also been playing Assassin's Creed on stream, so this weekend I'll be doing a lot of Assassin's Creed as well.
Enjoy your stay.
But that's sort of the loose schedule coming up. I do have the schedule listed down below. During the weekdays, it's generally Tuesday, Thursday, Friday at 7:30 p.m. Central.
Enjoy your stay.
And then during the weekends, it's kind of all over the place. But that Saturday morning SWTOR show is always set in stone at 9:30 a.m. Central. So I really, really do appreciate
Another loyal devotee.
all of the wonderful new followers and subs that we got tonight. I really, really do appreciate it. Before we go, though, I have a friend right now who looks like he's also playing SWTOR right now, and so I'm actually going to host him. If we drop a 100 bomb on him, he's going to lose his mind. It should be very hilarious to watch. So we'll go ahead and do that here in just a second. But once again, thank you all so much for watching. Everybody have a fantastic rest of your day or evening, wherever you are in the world. And we'll see you guys Saturday morning for SWTOR, or maybe tomorrow for some Assassin's Creed. So have a good night. We'll see you then. And like I said, here in a second, we'll be hosting my buddy Novik. So hold on one second, and we'll switch on over.